to tie ghungroos, types of ghungroos and how many ghungroos should you wear? How to preserve your ghungroos? Can I borrow somebody's ghungroo or can I lend someone my ghungroos? If you want to know the answers, keep watching this video. Namaskar, welcome to this lesson of Learn Bharatnatyam. Today we are going to learn how to wear ghungroos. Before we move into actual process of how to tie ghungroos or how to wear ghungroos, I want to answer a few of your questions which you have already asked in this video. The link I will mention in the description box and over the screen. In this video, I have already explained to you what is the significance of ghungroo and why we wear ghungroos. Also, I have mentioned that how I do ghungroo puja and is it necessary to do so. So, all this information is already there. So, moving on to your questions. So, the first question is how many types of ghungroos are there and which one you should use. So, there are two types of ghungroos. One is this type of ghungroo where you can see the ghungroos are woven in this kind of thread. You can see it over here, right? And it has a long thread like this, you can tie it. So, this is one type of ghungroo. The second type of it is a patti ghungroo. So, on the patti or on this like piece of cloth, there are ghungroos which are tucked. It could be a leather too, but since I don't use leather in general, I don't know how many of you have already used it, but for me it hurts my ankles a bit, so I never ever, like once I have used it and later on I just stick to these kind of ghungroos. So these are the two types of ghungroos. Now which type of ghungroo you should use, it completely ups to you, it is your choice. So whether you are comfortable with the patti ghungroo, you can wear that too. If you know how to tie it and you are sure that this won't come off while dancing, then you can tie these too. Which color ghungroo you should buy? You can buy red, you can buy green, you can literally buy this one like white. So some people actually tie it in a white thread like I have done it. Some people use green, some people use red as I mentioned. Also the patti ghungroo comes in a different color. So really your choice. Only thing is that people choose to wear red color because it matches with your traditional costume. When can you start wearing the ghungroos? I have already answered that in this video, so you can go and check that. How many ghungroos you should wear? Start with 25 because your ankles need to be strong to take that weight, as well as Bharatnatyam has balanced upper body and lower body movement. So we have to maintain the ayata throughout the dance. That's why we cannot wear 100 ghungroos, like 100 ghungroos in one foot and 100 other. It's too much. It is too much weight to take. That's why even I wear 40-45 ghungroos in one leg. It's easier that way and the movements become much easier. Can you wear someone else's ghungroos? Of course you can. No one is going to impact on your dance just because you are wearing somebody else's ghungroos. If you borrow somebody else's clothes, do you actually get their good qualities or bad qualities? No. So how can ghungroos can do that? No one can change your dance in good or bad way except you. So that's definitely out of question that it's going to change anything in you, and I personally suggest you that do not believe in something like this which doesn't have any relevance. So you can absolutely borrow anybody's ghungroos or you can lend anybody your ghungroos. Now next question is how to preserve your ghungroos. So find a comfortable bag first of all, like this one. Make sure you air them now and then. So even though you find a comfortable back, it's very necessary to air them. It will prevent ghungroos from resting. Now let me show you how I tie my ghungroos. So generally when I perform, I use a patti around this. It's a cotton patti, you can take anything for cushioning. Now let me exactly show you how to tie it so you won't lose it in between your performance. So generally I tie patti on my ankles before even tying the ghungroos. It creates a cushion. Also make sure that your salwar or the pants which you are wearing, it's not too low, because the minute you will get up, it will give you a stretch over here. So make sure that it's a little bit high, and then you tie that patti over your ankle. Now take the string on your left hand. So this side, so you can see this side of the ghungroos has to come here. So the ghungroos are actually facing down. I am going to start from the last line, alright, and I am going to pull this thread to the opposite side, and now I am just going to turn it this way and adjust the thread. See, you can see it like this. One more time. So make sure that these ghungroos should not actually go inside, because it's going to hurt you when you stamp. So this is it. Now you can see that both my strings have come at this side. Now I'm going to tie it over here, one knot, alright. Then I'm going to take it like anywhere, you know, from here, wherever you have space, like this. Make sure you don't like overlap this thread on the ghungroos, okay, because otherwise they won't make sound as expected, okay. So make sure that it's in between somewhere. This side of the string has to come outside. This is your ankle, so outside of the ankle. And now I am going to tie it over here, and this is a tricky part, okay, just pay attention. So now this is actually going to be like a big loop. Now I am going to tuck the ghungroos in like this, make it tight so it won't loosen up. The other side also. This is like my favorite trick. Make sure all the ghungroos should be outside and fine. If you want to buy patti ghungroos, I will put the link in the description box. Ghungroos are inseparable part of any Indian classical dance form. So do not wear chappals when you are actually wearing ghungroos on the ankle. Respect it. I will see you in the next lesson. Until then, keep dancing.